Climbing out of bed, falling downstairs, grabbing a coffee, crawling into the car, bouncing out of the car, breathing in the cool, fresh air, taking in the cool, clear sights, listening to the cool, clear bird song. Each operation a smooth easing into the new day. Life is a routine, but it's only a routine if we allow it to be a routine. Our job is a routine, but should we let our jobs define our character? And I think they do in a lot of cases. You are what you do. Good morning, how are you? What do you do for a living? Okay, you want a mortgage. What do you do for a living? You want a passport, what do you do for a living? You want social status, what do you do for a living? You want approbation, what do you do for a living? And it defines us so well, doesn't it? And it defines those who don't work for a living for whatever reason. You don't work for a living, you must be lazy. But you've only got one leg. That doesn't matter because it's all about what you do for a living. And we do, don't we? We let work define us. We let work be our routine. And there's more to it than that. Yes, of course, your job is important. It pays for your mortgage, pays for your car, pays for your holiday, pays for your kids to eat, pays for your kids' school uniforms, pays for everything because that's what life's about, isn't it? It's all about the money. It's all about the money. We like to think we can live without money. I always say, and I have done for years, in these videos that money isn't as important as sometimes we think it is, and I stand by that. And I've got loads of abuse in the past. Years ago I did a couple of videos where everybody piled on because I was saying that you can live well without spending as much as you do, and it was all about not getting as many things on Amazon just out of impulse. But it seemed that everyone piled on, and I thought to myself, hang on, is everybody piling on because I've held up a mirror and they don't like what they see? Perhaps not. But what defines our character? Think about what we're put on earth for. We're put on earth to be bright, innovative, entrepreneurial, inventive, to make a change to ourselves, to the world and the people around us, to be kind and sharing and bring joy to others. That's probably not what we're put on earth for. We're put on earth because our parents procreated. But it'd be nice to have some defining future, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to think, this is what I'm going to do with my life. This is going to be the outcome. Okay, I may make a lot of money. I may do this, I may do that. But at the end of the day, I just want to feel good on the way out. I just want to think, yeah, I didn't do so bad there. I was kind and nice, and I was entrepreneurial, and I did give to others, whilst taking for myself, because there's nothing wrong with that either. We seem to be put on this work as like worker drones, don't we? We grow up and we start work, and what we do, we replace the people who've worked for 50 years, who've come to the end of their working life, and then they retire and we take over, and then we work those 50 years and then we burn ourselves out and we reach retirement age and somebody else is coming along to take over, and it's this constant treadmill. And we think it's like, when we think of work and we think of personal, don't we? We think it's our treadmill, but it's not. It's everybody's treadmill. It's society's treadmill with just hordes and hordes of people in lines, like troops going into battle, and they just walk forward, get onto that treadmill and walk and walk and walk and step off at the other end, a husk of the person they were when they first got on, because they got on as kids, all full of vim and vigour and muscle and vibrancy and virility. and you get off at the other end like a beaten up husk of a person. And it's not just the years that have done that, it's the time you spent being told you're not good enough, do better, you've got to do better for the man, you've got to do better for society, you've got to do better because you've got to make me more money. Now carry on walking to the end of that treadmill. And then somebody else is getting on at the other end, and we say to him, enjoy your life, try to enjoy your life, because this is a treadmill and society will just let you get on and wander through, not particularly enjoying the experience, getting up every morning, going in because there's stress involved, and just carry on and carry on. Because you've got that promise of a retirement at the end of it. That promise of retirement, which is a lie, or is becoming a lie. I love retirement. Retirement is wonderful, and you can be just as innovative and entrepreneurial in old age as you were when you were younger. But the governments are conspiring to end all that. Retirement ages go up all the time. The retirement pot is getting less, and pretty soon there'll be none for anyone else. And they blame the boomers, they blame my generation. But we did put in, just like everybody else is putting in now, and it isn't our fault. It's just that governments have decided that when you put in, when you pay your national insurance or whatever it is in your country, when it went towards retirement, investment in the past, now it's just been spent frivolously. So the money is still going in, but the money is being spent frivolously. And it's a damn shame, because we all deserve to retire. All you people out there who are working and grafting, I want you to have a great retirement, because retirement is fabulous. I love it. It is that time. If you just look after your mind and look after your body, it can be a time of great awakening. It's like, because you're at that age then where life has battered the hell out of you. So it means that you appreciate the smaller things. You appreciate the little things that cost little. You don't need to spend to get a feeling of well-being out of getting up every morning, getting up, grabbing that coffee, falling into that car, bouncing out of that car, enjoying the bird song, enjoying the smells, enjoying the cool air. But rather than that, before you go to work, that's all day. That is your day to do with as you please, and we should all have that. And it's disappearing, and I don't know what to do about it, because I do actually feel for the generations that are coming through. And the generations that are coming through kind of blame us. You've taken up all the housing stock. I've not, I rent. 60% of my income goes on the rent, but luckily I don't spend anything on anything else, so I can survive. And having not a lot within that house means that I get what I get out of this, and this doesn't cost me anything. That's just me, that's not everyone else. Everyone deserves to have a retirement if you live that long, because you've worked for 50 years, grafted for 50 years. You deserve that retirement, you deserve that quiet time, you deserve to be here like I am, out here in the countryside, and it's a warm morning and it's a very still morning. We step onto that treadmill as young people, because what we're doing, we are working to earn money, to buy goods and experience that compensates for the drudgery of work life. But we do the work life to earn the money, to buy goods and experiences to compensate for the drudgery of work life. And so it goes on. It's almost as if that was orchestrated. So carry on. You're doing very well, but make sure you look after your body and your mind, because one day you may be able to walk home from work for the very last time. That great feeling. If you've looked after your mind and your body and you've got an idea of what you want to do in your retirement age, you will walk home for the last time and it will be a great feeling. Too many people don't, and too many people look forward to that time with dread. You've worked for 50 years and then you've reached retirement and you look forward to it with dread, because you think that, well, I'm going to be inactive and what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? I'll tell you what you're going to do now. Whatever you damn well please. And it's great. Do not be that person. Get out, get hobbies, take up drinking. Just take up whatever you want, because it doesn't matter, because you've done your bit and you can do whatever you want. And it's a fabulous place to be, and this is what we choose to do. Me and my little doggy out in the countryside. Costs me out and gives me great pleasure. And I worked for 50 years and I walked away one day. I actually walked away because I had cancer. I got cancer and I wasn't going to retire. I thought, I don't really want to retire. I enjoy work. And then I got cancer, and when I came up to the retirement date, I couldn't have gone back to work. I mean, I couldn't go back to work, no, because my life has to run in a certain routine that revolves around how my body feels. But I did. So I thought, I choose retirement. And you know, it was the best thing I ever did. The best thing I ever did. It's fabulous. You are no longer that worker drone. You are no longer, you've set off like I did as a young boy, set off on that work, on that treadmill, and went all my life, all my experiences, courtship, marriage, children, loss, death of friends, death of family, death of parents, good jobs, bad jobs, success, failure. It all crammed into those 50 years. And now there may be failures, there may be successes, there may be ill health, and at the end of it, there's that blinking away. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because when you get to retirement, I'm watching a kestrel now flying above me. When you get to retirement, you just take every day as it comes. Every day is a blessing. Every day is wonderful. I don't know why I started rambling about this today. I wasn't going to. I was going to talk about something completely different, as Monty Python say. But I didn't. It was a ramble that took me this way, so it must have been something that was on my mind. So remember, as you fall out of bed, grab that coffee, crawl into that car, bounce out of that car, breathe in that cool fresh air, look at those cool fresh sights, smell those cool fresh smells, listen to the cool fresh sounds. Just remember that it's all heading towards one place, and you've got to store up as much health as you can, store up as much longevity as you can. Because what is life if we go from callow youth straight through to old age without a break, and then blink out like a light and have no time to experience, enjoy this world around us in retirement? Look after yourself, people. It may seem a long way off. You may be just starting out on that journey. You may be somewhere along the road, but believe you me, it will come along very quickly. You can't see it. It's beyond the horizon. It's beyond that flat, calm sea. And then you see it, a trace of it in the mist. And then it comes rushing up at you, and all of a sudden it's there. All of a sudden you get this precursor, you get this 12 months before. What are you going to do? Are you going to retire? Have you sorted your pension? You get letters through the post saying, fill in this form if you want your state pension. Do this. Do that. Have you sorted out your private pension? Because you will probably have to get somebody in to do it for you, because it's so complicated you can't do it yourself if you're lucky enough to have a private pension. cut your cloth, decide to cut your cloth, decide to think about what you're doing with your retirement, because if you just drift into it, you will find that that abrupt stop when income ends will leave you with nowhere to go, because you will still be expecting to do what you've always done. You will still be expecting to go on those holidays, buy those cars, live high on the hog if you possibly can in today's world, which is difficult to say the least. But make sure you have some kind of a plan, because if you retire and then start trying to adapt, it takes a while, and you've not got a while. You've only got a handful of years. You need to drive into retirement knowing exactly what is what, where you are going, what you are doing. And then you can start to enjoy it from day one, and I will tell you what, you think I'm an old boomer who doesn't know what he's talking about. What's this old fart going on about? What does he know? I know, because you think us old people were born at 60, but we weren't. We all lived that life, the life you're living now. We had all the experiences you've had and more. And now, if we've done it right, we can just enjoy what time's left. And I think we've done it right, Molly and I. I think we have. Because we don't need much. But we've got plenty. We've got everything we need. How's that? We've got everything we need, and I hope you can get that as well. And in the meantime, we shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.